Welcome back, my friends, to TFT Hyperroll with Autarch, and today we're going to cover something I kind of wish wasn't a part of the makeup of this game, but it is, and it's here to stay for the rest of the season. And that's about the fact that sometimes you have to just gamble everything at the end of the match in the hopes that it's all going to work out. It's fairly unique to Hyperroll for specific reasons. I don't play many regular games, haven't really at all this season, haven't felt the desire to, but I suspect it's not as prevalent there simply because you don't automatically go to 10. Automatically going to 10 here changes a lot. But we'll take you through the match and you'll see how one thing sort of leads to another. Now, this becomes an obvious country build because we get a country Tahm Kench. It gave us a Samira out of the NPC round, so yeah, country. Very strong early, so you're pretty sure you're going to be going on a win streak. It's time for our first set of augments, and I'm generally thinking Urgot items when I'm thinking country. Samira had been nerfed a little, so I don't like to use her as my main carry. I tend to like going with Urgot. Since I already had the makings of a Titan Resolve, I didn't necessarily need the bow, thus getting additional anvils down the line will allow me to craft the perfect items. There are a couple of different ways to roll with country. You can go Mosher or you can go Bruiser. It all depends what the game is giving you as for which one to go for. Luck is almost always going to play a factor, and getting an early Urgot makes this a lot easier, especially in the early part of the game, because Urgot, like I mentioned, is likely going to be your carry through much of the match. It is time for an item choice, and I'm looking for Urgot items which would be Bloodthirster to add on to Titan's Resolve. Since none of that is there, decide to go with the Champion Duplicator, because remember, the Hecarim that comes out is based on the star level of your champions, so getting them up to 3 stars is very important if you have the opportunity. So in this build particularly, you're more likely to go for Champion Duplicators than you are on some others, but for this overall strategy that I'm going to show you, Champion Duplicators are key. It is time for our second set of augments, and Inspiring Epitaph is not bad, so we're not going to roll it immediately. We are going to roll the others and see if anything jumps out. Nothing really jumps out, so we can take Inspiring Epitaph because that is going to give us an additional shield and attacking speed. That will help with Samira and Urgot, who are likely to be your last 2 standing. And while we have managed to 2-star the Samira, we have not found another Urgot yet, and he really is the key to the damage. So for this match, where we're facing a couple of emos and a very strong Amumu, we end up getting stuck and losing our first fight. But we picked up a Katarina, which takes us to the 5 country, which is a pretty large power spike from the 3 country. That's going to help make up for the lack of a 2-star Urgot, get us into the backline, where still, even only at 1 star, Urgot will lead the damage charts. And we have an item choice, and it's fairly easy because we have a Giant's Belt on the bench. We can grab the BF Sword, and this may look familiar from Yasuo items, but pretty much the same. Bloodthirster, Titan's Resolve, Steric's Gauge. You want to keep him up as long as possible and get as many shields as you can. And by the way, if you find yourself against one of these monsters, Guard Breaker is an excellent way to help take down an Urgot. And sometimes I don't know why, but this game just hates giving me augments I'm looking for. Not today, not today. 3's a crowd, not bad for this, but I decide to go with teaming up in the hopes that I can get a really good support item like a Zeke's Herald that I could put in the middle, but nope. A Chalice of Power, which really doesn't do that much for this team. I can go ahead and put it on Katarina and give a little bit of AP boost to our second row, but it's really not optimal. And they are throwing Samiras at us left and right, but Urgot is still strangely the star of this show. Even though he's just a 1 cost, he still leads the damage charts. We come out of the NPC round in 8 in a really good position. We have the items to create an additional Infinity Edge on Samira. We've picked up an Alawi, which brings us to 4 Bruisers, which is an excellent spot to be here. So our Samira is now going to get exceptionally strong. Infinity Edge and Hand of Justice will give her a little bit of healing, and we can also start tanking up Alawi to be a centerpiece of the front line. And the fights go pretty much as I expect them to go, with everyone else serving as meat and Samira and Urgot just doing all of the damage work, ultimately ending up with the 2 of them left, and then them cleaning up and being first and second in the damage charts. Item-wise, meh. We can go ahead and get a Protector's Vow for Alawi just to complete the 3 items. We're hoping to get to a 2-star Alawi as we go. Now we're also picking up extra Urgots finally, so we might have a chance of getting to a 3-star Samira or 3-star Urgot. Something I did in this game that I do not necessarily recommend is I held on to Tahm Kench as the headliner, and it's really because I'm just not losing, so I didn't see a need to change. He was just holding the front line long enough, and the back line was cleaning up. It's time for an item choice, and I picked up a Twitch just to tick Executioner for Samira to make her a little bit stronger. Nothing here really great, but Static Shiv, just it kind of gives Twitch something to do with his time while he's in this match. And we run into the other country team who is on the verge of being out. I feel if I can get them out, I might be able to get the Samiras or Urgots I'm missing, bring them up to 3 stars, and I'm always hoping that I'm going to get a country emblem. But this brings us into the top 4, and with an item choice to make. We can go ahead and just add on to Twitch if we want to at this point. We also managed to pick up a 2-star Alawi, and now we have a second 2-star Urgot. So we have lots of possibilities in front of us. One more Urgot, we can Champion Duplicate it up to 3 stars. One more Samira, same thing. But there might be a small problem. While we were able to fairly comfortably cruise through to the top 4, other teams who might not have had as easy a journey have gotten to power themselves up a lot, and they're pretty much all stronger than us at this point. And I will save you some rolling. I was trying to find another Samira, another Urgot, did manage to find 2 Alawis and 2 Kianas. So I have a 2-star Alawi in and now 2 more on the bench. But I'm not able to get that additional Urgot or Samira that will take them to 3 stars, and I never got the country emblem I was hoping for sort of all game. So even though I did my job in getting to the top 4, I'm going to be out if I don't do something radical. Now we have a 25% chance of getting 5 costs in stage 10. So I now have 2 2-star Alawis. I'm looking for a 3rd. I have 11 seconds to do it. It's time to just go, okay, abandon the entire build because we're out otherwise. Get the Alawi, use our 2 duplicators, boom, gold, 3-star Alawi. And once you get that, nothing else really matters anymore. The true damage team that was tearing through us is gone in under a few seconds, with Alawi doing 31,000 damage. The country team we started with has now been completely disbanded. We're going to go ahead and just grab a Ziggs headliner and throw that in because why not? It doesn't matter at this point. I'd love to get a 3-star Ziggs into this as well, but there's just not enough time or will to go through it. So we can just itemize Kiana for the sheer fun of it, knowing, yeah, there's not much chance and the other person knows it and they're a really good sport about the whole thing and allow it to play out. And you just can watch Alawi go, nope, this match is over. And it's GG for everyone. Sometimes the answer in these matches is just to abandon everything you did and hope that you can pull that 3-star out at the end when you have a 25% chance. It's not my favorite strategy in the world, and it's really frustrating when you go up against it, but know that it's out there and use it when you're in this kind of position. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, have an absolutely awesome day.